But let's start jumping into some of these quarterbacks. Buck, Tony Romo coming back.
Tony Romo is the leader of the Cowboys. One of the reasons I was hopeful that they could still make a run, or I was optimistic they could make a run in the NFC East, is because he's the best quarterback in the division. And if he's available, that offense becomes dynamic, explosive. It really masks some of the issues that they have on the defensive end because the offense is on the field. They just need him back on the field so they can get back to playing the way they played last year, which is run the ball, be physical, and then play great defense. Yeah. He did that.
Early on in that game, you had the weather, right? You know, that Miami weather. It looked like a hurricane out there. They had all the wind and the rain. And with that weather, you saw him being kind of a little bit more cautious, missed some throws, a little bit rusty. Then the weather got a little bit better. You saw Tony Romo get more comfortable. And when I break down Tony Romo, Buck, I know he's tough, right? Everybody knows how tough he is to come back from this injury, but it's the other three T's that jumped out to me when you study this tape. And I'll start, first of all, with his timing. This is somebody that operates in rhythm. He's a rhythm passer, a timing passer. You see right here him hit his back foot, get the ball out quick before the receiver gets to the top of his route. Des Bryant, he's very comfortable. The timing was on point. Then, look on a little later in the game, hits Des Bryant on the touchdown, and that's his touch. And that's what separates Tony Romo from a lot of quarterbacks, being able to get the ball out to space with touch, change ball speed, change elevation. He did it well in this game. And then finally, you got to be able to trust your guys down the field. Terrence Williams, you saw him go up and make a big catch for a touchdown. Tony Romo has that trust in his guys to take some shots. Nothing ventured, nothing gained in the NFL. You have to be aggressive.
I'm going to take another T. I'm going to say togetherness, which really brings me about chemistry.
Yep.
The chemistry between Tony Romo and his receivers was apparent in that game. As a receiver, you want to have that best quarterback, that top quarterback in, because you know if I win, the ball is going to come to me and it's going to be on time. What I saw in that game when Des Bryant and Jason Witten and Cole Beasley and Terrence Williams, when they won against their respective matchup, the ball was there on time. And so for the offense to have any sort of rhythm, your quarterback has to be able to deliver the ball on time like that. And because he's now under center, we also saw the running game get on track. Because now you can no longer load the box just to take away Darren McFadden. You have to respect the passing game and really have to respect Jason Witten and Des Bryant. Because of that, we saw Darren McFadden have a very productive game. I think the Cowboys can get on a roll and get hot down the stretch because Tony Romo is back.
A couple of things before we leave the Cowboys here. Number one, Darren McFadden in pass protection was outstanding. I don't think he gets enough credit in that area. He was excellent. And then one cause for concern, Tyron Smith does not look like the same guy we saw over the last couple of years. Olivier Vernon, Buck, inside spin, outside spin, inside counter. He turned him every which way but loose.
One of the kind of things that flew under the radar, Bill Callahan leaving to go into the Washington Redskins. A lot of people talked about the Cowboys' offensive line being the best offensive line in football, and they are. But Callahan coached and developed those guys. When you lose that leader, you lose that leadership, the tutelage that he was bringing upon them, it changed. I think it affected their running game, and I think it's also hurt them in pass protection. They missed Bill Callahan and what he was able to put together with those young guys up front.